A Chinese man has been fired from his job in Kenya for physically assaulting his colleague. Watch this clip, we'll come back and discuss.
In the video that has spread widely on digital platforms, the alleged foreign national is seen hitting the factory employee multiple times. He then picks up an iron sheet and strikes him several times more before trying to confront him further. Despite the obvious provocation, the victim seemingly restrains from engaging in physical fight. The video has sparked outrage online. In their letter, Kotu has demanded the Ministry of Interior to act.
Once this video went viral, Kenyans called for this man to be fired, but not just that, they want the law to deal with him before even deportation. Right after that, the Chinese embassy swiftly responded to the video. The Chinese embassy said, quote, "We have noticed a video circulating online showing a Chinese worker at a private company assaulting his Kenyan colleague. We are extremely disappointed to see such an incident occur. As we are informed, the company's management has immediately terminated the Chinese worker's contract and will consider further disciplinary action." The embassy consistently requires Chinese citizens in Kenya to strictly abide by the local laws, regulations, and cultural customs, and the vast majority of them do so. We believe this isolated incident should not affect investment cooperation between Chinese and Kenyan companies, but it is a reminder to all Chinese citizens in Kenya to uphold the principle of mutual respect with Kenyan friends and behave in accordance to the laws, regulations, and cultural customs of Kenya, end quote. That was the Chinese embassy's post on X. And to be honest, you can clearly tell that their focus is the money, the exchange, the investment. This is what they said. This isolated incident should not affect investment cooperation between the Chinese and Kenyan companies, end quote. It's clear that they want to make sure that it doesn't hurt their pockets, it doesn't hurt any company, Chinese companies' pockets, and they wanted to state that this is an isolated incident, which is not true. We've reported just in the past few years how many times a Chinese individual or a company has exploited Africans. Clearly, as you can see, it's not an isolated incident and it needs to be called out. At least, let's say this, at least in 2025, the Chinese embassy is addressing what happened to this Kenyan man. As you saw in the clip, the guy was disrespecting him, hitting him, physically assaulting him. And if it was not posted and it didn't go viral, do you think it would have gotten the same kind of response? I highly doubt it, because there are so many cases that have been reported on, but since there's no video, since there's no one to back up what happened, they get away with it. These people come to the continent of Africa and think that they can run Africans, they can disrespect Africans, and they can get away with it. And guess what? They did get away with it, and that's why they feel bold and they feel entitled, because it has worked for them thus far. Now we're seeing an inkling, we're seeing a difference, we're seeing a change in people. We are standing up a little bit more, we are speaking up, we're pushing back. That is why we're getting the response we're getting from authorities like the Chinese embassy, which we would have never gotten before, because how many times did we hear a statement from the Chinese embassy when things like this happened before? Not a lot of times, but it is different now because of the uproar, because people are coming together to say this is not right. So I hope this also shows Africans that you can stand up for yourself, even if that's your manager, even if that's your boss, even if that's a company that you're working for. You can call out racism, you can call out disrespect and abuse. Like this video clearly shows abuse. There's nothing else you can say to justify what this Chinese man did to the guy. We're glad that he's fired, but now we also want to see the law of Kenya dealing with him, and eventually we would like to see him deported. But first, let him serve the time, because he did the crime. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.